I'm really glad, Armand, to have you here in Montecarlo.
Thank you.
Is it your first time in the Principality?
No, I've been to Montecarlo many times and traveled to the whole region because I had family still have family in Naples and Rome, so I sometimes go to Napoli or Rome and see
Because
my
you have
family.
Italian origins.
Yeah, and I'm very fond of the whole region. It's very, very beautiful. I was here a few years ago for an event with Prince Albert, a producer's event, and I'm always thrilled and very humbled to be asked to come back again.
Yeah, it's a pleasure anyway for me to meet you and to share with you some great moments, because tomorrow we will have this Golden Foot Award with so many stars coming from all around the world.
Remarkable.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I heard that you were on the set in Uzbekistan, but you catch a flight to be here for this event.
Yeah, I'm developing a film with a very, very gifted young director in Uzbekistan. I've actually been in and out now for 4 years out of Central Asia, Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, and I've discovered some phenomenally gifted young people that I'm working with, and it's a whole new chapter of my life. I mean, I've loved to work always in independent cinema, but this is, I would say last week I was in some of the most remote frontiers in the world, so very, very exciting time in my life.
A nice experience.
Phenomenal, and also it gives you an amazing perspective. I was in a city last week that was 5,500 years old and standing in perfect condition. I mean, it's quite a perspective you gain on the maybe the significance and the insignificance of our lives, you know. Very powerful.
Yeah, that's really wonderful. And I know that you like as well ballet.
I was a very, very big aficionado of ballet as a young person. I tried to dance when I was 20 and they told me I was too old.
Already.
I said, troppo vecchio.
Yeah, for
Basta,
ballet it's
basta,
like
basta.
that. You have to start at 4 years old, as me.
I tried it, but I was a religious devotee of the ballet. A lot of people don't know that, but I've actually, I saw live, I saw Nureyev, Brun, Perishnikov, Makarova, Karofraci.
I danced with all these people
dancers.
because I shared the stage with Karofraci, and I had Nureyev as a partner when I started my career. So it's a great memory for me.
Marsha Heidi, I saw so many great performances. And I always felt personally that ballet is the supreme art form. When it's at its best, it's one of the most spiritual forms of art that we have.
Because it's so hard that you need to be very spiritual to achieve, you know, and to go over.
I dated a prima ballerina from the New York City Ballet for a long time.
So you know
I had a very
well.
interesting passion for the ballet and theater, but I was involved in the theater, and I was very obsessed with performance. So when I watched dancers, it was a level of performance that I could appreciate being a performer since I was 14 years old. So I mean, ballet had a very deep impression on me because I have a great respect for physicality and using the body to express oneself.
Yeah, it's hours of work.
Even the work I do in some films, it's a lot of physical work.
Yeah.
So
And in ballet we have only one shot, so it has to be perfect right away.
An incredible discipline.
Yeah.
And even when I was studying as a very young person, I was trained by ballet masters in physical classes. It was quite intense.
Did you never try to dance yourself?
I've done. I think I danced in the Mambo Kings, but
you did that movie, and you dance and sing as well.
But not really. No, I've been blessed enough to have a working career where I'm working all the time, which has diverted my. It's unfortunately diverted my passion for things like dance and music and theater. But in the film world, it keeps you very focused.
Yeah, that's true. And which is your next project?
Well, I'll tell you, I'm involved with these two projects now that I'm bringing out of both Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan. I'm involved in co-producing a brilliant film out of Argentina with one of their foremost young directors, Diego Raficas. and it's a film about the eradication of the Chaco Indians in all of Latin America by corporate enterprise in the last 100 years. It's a very political, very strong film, and I have a lot of hopes for that. But it's a very difficult time in the film world because the economy of the world has impacted itself very heavily. So it's a frustrating time for a lot of people in film. But I've been very lucky, you know, I have always kept my eyes on other frontiers around the world. And
to find the
I'm
right
not afraid
people.
to pursue working with people. I love what I do, I love stories. I think if you don't love stories, you shouldn't even get involved in cinema because it'll eat you alive. What keeps you alive is your passion for stories, your passion for literature, character.
Passion for life in general.
Yeah, but I've been very, very fortunate in that I've worked not just in the USA.
Yeah.
I keep my frontiers all over the place.
Now we have
I also worked on a very interesting film.
Which one?
In Serbia about the birth of the World Cup in 1930.
Really?
When Uruguay, Serbia, Brazil, and America were the foremost great football teams in the world. Serbia came this close to defeating Uruguay.
Yeah.
Uruguay defeated them in Montevideo. The name of the film is Montevideo. Fabulous, interesting perspective on not just Serbia and Uruguay and Brazil, but also America. America's role in football, European football, people are not aware of. And that, as of 1930, in almost every community in America, there was a European football team. There was a fanaticism about European football in America. It was eclipsed by collegiate football. And it sure has.
But it's
but
not
we still have an incredible passion for football. Jules mentioned the other day something very important, which is that Americans were spoiled rotten by sports. And the thing is, Americans want instant gratification. So they want to see a play very quickly. American football and basketball gives you those instant thrills, where European football you have to watch the finesse and the artistry of the player. It's more akin to a much more skilled performance. But Americans are spoiled that way. We're used to instant gratification. So this is why I believe European football, in a way, faded from the focus of the American public. But in fact, as of 1930, there was a European football team in almost every town in America. It's a very unknown fact, but if you go through the archives, it's astonishing.
Yeah, that's interesting.
And we
to
were
know.
a leading force in European football in 1930. A lot of people don't know that, and it's sad in a way. But
you know,
is that progress? I don't know.
It's funny to know that there is a crossover between football and cinema, because we have for this Golden Foot Award Carlos Valderrama and Osvaldo Ardiles that have been both actors in movies, and you interpret as well. You interpreted that role in that football, movie about
it's an
in Serbia. So it's always, a crossover between professions and people and stories, and
it's an amazing sport. I'm absolutely thrilled to have been asked to come here.
I'm really glad anyway to welcome you here and see you tomorrow.
I'm more than thrilled. You're so beautiful.
Thank you.
You're a knockout. I'm very, very happy.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Grazie mille.